Now students, today we are going to start the next topic of differential equation, homogeneous differential equation. Now students, let us see what is homogeneous differential equation और इसकी जो है एग्ज़ाम में पहचान कैसे होती है। देखिए स्टूडेंट्स, now the question is x minus y dy upon dx equals to x plus 3y. So from here dy upon dx equals to x plus 3y upon x minus y. Now how can we identify that this is homogeneous differential equation? Now students, if we see the degree of x is 1, degree of y is 1 in the numerator, and in the denominator also degree of x is 1 and degree of y is 1. So we can see that degree of x and y in the numerator and in the denominator is same. It is 1 throughout, in the numerator also and in the denominator also. Let us take one more example. Suppose we are given dy upon dx equals to x square, like this. Suppose. So this equation is also homogeneous because here in the numerator degree of x is 2, here is xy. So x power is 1, y power is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Here in the denominator the power of y is 2 and power of x is 2. So it means throughout the degree of equation is 2 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So if the degree is same in the numerator and the denominator, then we can say that the equation is homogeneous differential equation. So students, जब आपने ये आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया है कि इक्वेशन होमोजीनियस है, अब हमने इसको सोल्व कैसे करना है. नाउ वी हैव टू पुट y इक्वल टू वी एक्स. वी पुट y इक्वल टू वी एक्स. नाउ डिफ्रेंशिएटिंग dy upon dx equal to v into 1 plus x dv upon dx. After differentiating we get like this. Now in place of dy upon dx we put this value v plus x dv upon dx equals to x as it is, and in place of y we write vx, x minus vx, like this. Now we can see in the numerator x is common, so we get 1 plus 3v. Again x is common in the denominator, we get 1 minus v. Now cancelling x with x, so we get x dv upon dx equals to 1 plus 3v upon 1 minus v minus v, like this. Now take LCM. So when we take LCM we get x dv upon dx equals to 1 plus 3v minus v plus v square upon 1 minus v. So on solving it we get v square plus 2v plus 1 upon 1 minus v. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, आफ्टर दिस वी सेपरेट द वेरिएबल्स. अब आपने जैसे फर्स्ट एक्सरसाइज में किया था सेपरेटिंग द वेरिएबल्स, नाउ वी विल सेपरेट द वेरिएबल्स. सो वी राइट इट लाइक दिस, वी स्क्वायर प्लस 2v प्लस 1 dv equals to dx upon x. This is called separating the variables. Now we have to integrate this. Now on separating it we get we can write it as 1 minus v upon 1 plus v whole square dv equals to we can integrate this factor. This is log x. 1 upon x, integral of 1 upon x is log x plus c. Now separating it. Now to integrate this factor, what we write 1 upon 1 plus v whole square dv minus v upon 1 plus v whole square dv equal to log x plus c, like this. Now let us integrate it further. Now let us see. Now to integrate this factor, so we can write it as 1 plus v its power minus 2 dv, and we can write it as v plus 1 minus 1. To integrate the second factor, we add 1 and subtract 1 in the numerator, and v plus 1 whole square dv equal to log x plus c. We can write log x plus c here, log x plus c. Now after integration, we get 1 plus v power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1 minus. Now separate, we can write v plus 1 upon v plus 1 whole square dv minus minus plus 1 upon v plus 1 whole square dv equal to log x plus c. Right, now here we get minus 1 upon 1 plus v, and here we get 1 upon v plus 1. One factor get cancelled, and integrating this factor we get again v plus 1 its power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1 equal to log x plus c. So minus 1 upon 1 plus v, the integral of this factor is log 1 plus v, and here we get 1 upon 1 plus v equal to log x plus c. Now on solving it, we get minus 2 upon 1 plus v minus log 1 plus v equal to log x plus c. Now putting the value of v, here v equal to, from here v equal to y upon x. So in place of v we can put y upon x minus log 1 plus y upon x equal to log x plus c. So on solving it, we get minus 2x upon x plus y minus, on solving it taking LCM, we get log x plus y upon x equal to log x plus c, like this friends. Now minus 2x upon x plus y, now log m by n, this is equal to log m minus log n, but here we have minus sign outside, so we get plus log x equal to log x plus c, cancelling log x with log x. So this is the answer. So we can write the answer will be 2x upon x plus y plus log x plus y plus c equal to 0. So this is the solution of this question. So students, we solve this type homogeneous differential equation in this way. So question is little lengthy. Now students, the second question of this exercise, 2xy dy upon dx equals to x square plus 3y square. Now students, in exam we have to identify the type, whether it is simply variable separable, or it is homogeneous, or it is linear differential equation. So first of all, I write dy upon dx equals to x square plus 3y square upon 2xy, like this. Now here in the numerator, the degree of x is 2, the degree of y is 2, and in the denominator we have xy, so 1 plus 1 is also 2. So throughout we have the power of x and y is 2. अगर हमारे पास ऊपर और नीचे जो है वो पावर सेम बन रही है, तो इसका मीनिंग ये होगा कि ये टाइप कौन सी है, दिस इज़ होमोजेनियस डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन. नाउ इन द सेम वे वी पुट y इक्वल टू वी एक्स. तो जितनी भी टाइप हमारी होमोजेनियस की होती हैं तो उसमें हम क्या पुट करेंगे, दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट टाइप. एक टाइप इसमें और आएगी, उसमें हम पुट करते हैं x इक्वल टू वी वाई. अभी इस टाइप में हमने क्या पुट करना है, y इक्वल टू वी एक्स. Now differentiating, we get dy upon dx equal to v into 1 plus x dv upon dx. तो हमने क्या करना है, नाउ इन प्लेस ऑफ डी वाई अपॉन डी एक्स वी राइट वी प्लस एक्स डी वी अपॉन डी एक्स equal to x square. Now in place of y we can write vx, so we get v square x square. 2x in place of y we can write vx like this. So we get v plus x dv upon dx equals to x square is common, so 1 plus 3v square x square into 2v like this, cancelling x square with x square. So we get x dv upon dx equal to 1 plus 3v square upon 2v minus v, right? Now on solving it we get 1 plus 3v square minus 2v square upon 2v, and this is equal to 1 plus v square upon 2v like this. Now after this separating the variables, so 2v upon 1 plus v square dv equals to dx upon x. So the integral of this factor will be log 1 plus v, ये फंक्शन है और ऊपर इसका डेरिवेटिव है, तो ये बनेगा log 1 plus v square, ये हमारा आएगा log x and plus we can write log c. So on simplifying it we get like this. So we can write it like this, that log 1 plus v square minus of log x equal to log c. Now log m by n, this is equal to log m by n equal to log c. Now putting, or before that cancelling log both sides, we get 1 plus v square upon x equal to c. Now putting the value of v, or we can write 1 plus v square equal to cx. Now value of v is y upon x, so y square upon x square equal to cx. On taking LCM we get x square plus y square upon x square equal to cx. So we get x square plus y square equal to cx cube. So this is the required answer, students. So I hope this is clear to you. Now students, let us move to the third question. Now in this question we have y plus x dy upon dx equal to x minus y dy upon dx. Now first of all, separating the terms, x dy upon dx plus y dy upon dx equal to x minus y. Now taking common dy upon dx, we get x plus y equal to x minus y. So dy upon dx will be equal to x minus y upon x plus y. Now again here the degree of numerator and denominator is same. Here degree of x is 1, degree of y is 1, and in the denominator also degree of x and y is 1. So it means this is homogeneous. So when it is homogeneous, so what we do, we put y equal to vx. This is the substitution we do each and every question, y equal to vx. So differentiating dy upon dx equal to v into 1 plus x dv upon dx. So in place of dy upon dx we can write v plus x dv upon dx, x minus vx, x प्लस वी एक्स. जहाँ पर y है वहाँ पर आपने पुट करना है vx, और जहाँ पर dy अपॉन dx है वहाँ पर हमने क्या पुट करना है, v प्लस x dv अपॉन dx. सो व्हाट वी गेट, v प्लस x dv अपॉन dx इक्वल टू 1 minus v upon 1 plus v after taking common x. Now after that we can write x dv upon dx 1 minus v upon 1 plus v minus of v. So x dv upon dx equal to 1 minus v and then minus of v square 1 plus v after taking LCM. So what we get? 1 minus 2v minus v square upon 1 plus v. Now on we can take common minus sign over here also. We can write v square plus 2v minus 1 upon 1 plus v, taking common minus sign. Now separating the variable. So we get 1 plus v upon v square plus 2v minus 1 dv equal to minus of dx upon x, right? Now the derivative of v square plus 2v is 2v plus 2. So multiply by 2 and divide by 2. So we get 2v plus 2 upon v square plus 2v minus 1 dv equal to minus of log x plus log c. एंड द इंटीग्रल ऑफ दिस फैक्टर इज, ये फंक्शन है और ये इसका डेरिवेटिव. सो वी गेट लॉग वी स्क्वायर प्लस 2v माइनस 1 इक्वल टू माइनस ऑफ log x plus log c. Now we can write it like this. By the property of log we can write it like this: 2v minus 1, its power is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 means under root. We can write under root over here because by the property of log n log m is log m power n. तो ये 1 by 2 जो है रूट बन जाता है and minus of log x plus log c, right? Then putting the value of v. Now v is y square upon x square 2y upon x minus 1 under the root equal to minus of log x plus log c. Now take LCM students. On taking LCM we get y square plus 2xy minus of x square equal to, and in the denominator we have x. जब हम एलसीएम लेंगे तो एलसीएम हमारा आएगा एक्स स्क्वायर, और जब एक्स के रूट से बाहर आएगा तो हमारा एक्स आएगा. एंड ओवर हेयर माइनस लॉग एक्स प्लस लॉग सी. नाउ लॉग एम बाई एन. लॉग एम बाई एन इज वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 2xy माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस ऑफ लॉग एक्स equal to minus of log x plus log c. Cancelling these two, so we get the final answer will be log y square plus 2xy minus x square equal to log c. So cancelling log with log, so we get y square plus 2xy minus x square under the root equals to log, cancelling log, so we get c. Or we can write squaring both sides. We can write the step y square plus 2xy minus x square equal to c square. So students, this is the answer. So I hope this is clear to you students. Now students, the next question: x square dy upon dx equal to 2xy plus y square. Now let us solve the following differential equation. Now students, here let us find out dy upon dx. So this is equal to 2xy plus y square upon x square. Now here again the degree of numerator is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, y square is 2, and the power of x is also 2. So in the numerator and in the denominator the degree is same. So it means this is homogeneous differential equation. So when this is homogeneous differential equation, so we put y equal to vx. So dy upon dx, this is equal to v into 1 x dv upon dx. So v plus x dv upon dx 2x vx, replace x with vx like this. So what we get, taking x square common, we get 2v plus v square. Now making it more simple, 2v plus v square minus of v, and we get v square plus v. Now after this, separating the variables, so we can write dv upon v square plus v equal to dx upon x like this. Now we have to integrate it. Now let us see that how can we integrate. Let us integrate it separately. The integral of this factor is log x plus log c. Now we can write it as dv upon v into v plus 1. Now to integrate this factor, we use partial equations, partial factors, partial fraction, method of partial. Now let us see that how can we integrate by using partial factors, partial fractions. So we write 1 upon v into v plus 1, a upon v plus b upon v plus 1. So take LCM. We know the method of partial fraction. So putting v equal to 0 and v equal to minus 1, when we put 0 we get a equal to 1, and when we put a equal to minus 1, when we put b equal to minus 1, so we get 1 equal to b into minus 1, so we get b equal to minus 1. So we get 1 upon v minus 1 upon v plus 1 dv, right? So what we get, log v minus of log v plus 1. So here we can write log v minus of log v plus 1 equal to log x plus log c. Now putting the value of v is y upon x. Here also putting the value of v, y upon x plus 1 equal to log x plus log c, and this can be written as log y minus of log x minus of log x plus y. Now we get minus log x, but we have minus sign outside, so we get plus log x equal to log x plus log c. Now this log x can be cancelled with this, so we get log y minus of log x plus y equal to log c plus log x like this. इस log x को हम इधर ले गए. Now log m minus log n, this is log y upon x plus y equal to log of cx. Now cancelling log with log, we get y upon x plus y equal to cx, and it implies y equal to, the final answer will be y equal to cx into x plus y. So this is the answer. So I hope this is clear to you. So सारे मेथड्स जो हैं आपको इंटीग्रेशन के दिमाग में रखने पड़ेंगे, तभी जो है वी आर एबल टू सोल्व द डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन.